Moving along. Next topic. All right. So one last thing from WWE before I jump to a couple topics from AEW this week. So it was a WWE heavy week because they had their Bad Blood and a lot of blow-off matches. But there was also NXT's debut on the CW, which had a marquee matchup of Giulia against Cora Jade. Giulia against Roxanne Perez. I'm sorry, Robert. I'm jumping ahead. I'm jumping the gun. But yes, Cora Jade did return. As it was a masked figure who came in and DDT Giulia, planted her on her head. And that gave Roxanne Perez the win and retaining the NXT Women's Championship. And it was revealed to be Cora Jade. And I also mentioned in my YouTube post review that, man, HBK and Triple H definitely are the bookers on this show because Cora Jade returns and immediately she just rips off her top. And I'm like, you know what? This is as Attitude Era as it could get right now, basically. So
No.
what can I say?
Well, he didn't completely rip off her top, but I see what you're saying.
That's as much as we can get anymore, Vlad. But that
I got you.
It wasn't bad. It was a good moment. And Robert is a big Cora Jade fan. Who knew? I mean, he put it in his review on our YouTube post. Check out the link in the description below if you want our full review of this episode of NXT. For this day, we're just talking about one segment here. It was a match, or two segments, and then backstage, Cora Jade and Roxanne had a moment. But 16 minutes and 17 seconds it weighed in as for our review. If you guys want to see the whole match, it's in the description below as well. And our reviews on this, me and Robert gave it a thumbs up. Okay, we both liked it. HBK booking, baby. I like it. And Vlad gave it a half a thumbs up. So Vlad kind of liked it. So I'll start with Robert on this because you're the NXT expert on our panel. So you have the floor. Anything you want to say about Cora Jade's return? And also just NXT's first show on the CW if you want to talk about that as well. So whatever you want to say.
Oh, so okay, Cora Jade's return. So I first remember seeing Cora Jade. I don't know, it was like a year or two ago. When she was still friends with storyline wise, friends with Roxanne Perez. They were both baby faces at the time, and then when she turned heel, she turned on Roxanne. And when they were still baby faces, there wasn't anything interesting about them, in my opinion. But when Cora Jade turned heel, she became a lot cooler to me. So I was first a fan of Cora Jade first before Roxanne Perez because Roxanne turned much later.
Interesting. So now they're both heels. Maybe they can
now they're both
get
heels
back together.
And
which is what Roxanne said. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. And they're so much more interesting now than they were when they're still baby faces. So yes, I'm a fan of both. Now Roxanne Perez has had a really good run as champ and still is the champ. And I'll say this much, okay? I love Roxanne Perez for all the right reasons, and I kind of love Cora Jade for all the wrong ones.
Uh-huh.
You
mean those reasons?
All right.
But she's good though. She's good though. It's not because it wasn't me just waiting for her to return just because just the wrong reasons. She's actually pretty talented too.
Yeah, no, we're messing around. And all these people are really hard workers, and they've worked hard to get the spot that they have. So we should. But anyways, Robert, any thoughts about the NXT's debut on the CW? Did you think it was really good, or what's up with that?
It was okay. I was really hyped, but I've seen better episodes of NXT.
Yeah,
this wasn't the best episode of NXT I've ever seen, but this is very hyped, right? A lot of people were really looking forward to it, and it wasn't bad.
All right. Well, sorry about that.
One thing, because they also had this match, right? So I want to set my Roxanne Perez fandom aside for just a few seconds and say I don't agree with the booking here. I don't think that was a good idea, right?
You wanted Giulia to win the title off the bat.
Well. Okay, again, putting my pro Roxanne bias to the side for a second, I don't think this was a good idea. Because There was a lot of hype around Giulia, right? And they want to build up this NXT brand, and I'm sure she's very popular in Japan. I'm sure they want a lot of people who watch her in Japan to watch NXT as well. It would I would think it would make more business sense, that Giulia goes over here. But hey, whatever, they went with what they went with. Giulia losing to Roxanne. Now again, as a Roxanne fan, I'm actually happy with the result, but it just doesn't make sense.
Hey, Vlad, so you actually watched this match pretty closely. You got any thoughts on Giulia?
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed. I have to be honest. I thought the match wasn't very good. I have to be honest with you. I didn't really see what you guys saw. I mean, I'm not to say that these two girls can't work. Maybe they probably can, and I'm sure they probably have had better matches. I just didn't see it here. I thought there was a lot of clumsiness in this match for me. There was a lot of spots that just didn't look that great to me. That's just my personal opinion. But it was still, and the only reason I'm giving it, or I gave it a half stars, I think they're capable of more just based on everything I've heard about both women. So I'm going to give them a benefit of the doubt that it was just not, for me, they had a bad night. And they'll do better if they have a rematch down the line or whatever, which they probably will based on what I'm seeing in this feud. But so yeah, I mean, I can only talk about the feud. I mean, I'm not really an NXT watcher, like week to week, like you guys are.
You did watch this one though. It didn't make you feel like you should keep watching, huh?
I will watch in segments and see if there's some stuff that interests me. I did want to see this match because of the hype specifically on Giulia. I didn't really see it. I have to be honest. I don't see much. I don't see a lot there, right there, right now.
When she got planted with that DDT, she sold it really well, and her outfit is very, very cool and flashy. I will say that. Oh, and her theme song, her theme music is really good.
Yeah, yep. But
that's all the comments I'll give. But yes, I mean,
I didn't work-wise. I didn't really see it. Okay,
I don't know. Maybe these two just didn't click. Maybe they didn't have chemistry, and maybe she's had better matches. I don't know.
Well,
I've never seen another Giulia match, but okay.
That's the thing. That's just my first time watching it, and that's what I'm saying. I don't know, but I didn't like what I saw this first match. That's all.
All right. Well, we'll have more chances maybe. She'll probably come up to the main roster someday. But for now, let me move on.